Okay, my name is Mr. Brown, and here we have assisting me is Mr. Chocolate Chip. Today, as you can notice, we are going to be how to copy a segment and how to copy an angle. Now, the reason why I want to do this is because you know who I really admire? Mr. Bear Grylls. You know who Mr. Bear Grylls? Yeah. He's the dude that like launch off into the environment, and then he like survives on like bugs and stuff. And the reason why he can like invent a compass with his watch, invent a compass. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use not a directional compass, but a compass. Yeah, my compass is big, isn't it? Yeah, so this is my compass, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to draw arcs, also circles, if you will. And so what I'm going to do is with a compass and a straight edge, I am going to hold it upside down, so no numbers. You see that? Numbers right side up, numbers upside down. I don't want to use any of those numbers. Those numbers are silly for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how to copy a segment. Easy! So what I'm going to do is I know that my segment is going to be at least that long. How did I know that? Well, okay, never mind. Alright, so this segment is going to be copied down here somewhere. So I need to know that exact length. So what I do is I use my compass, and with my idol, Mr. Bear Grylls, what I do is I take my compass and I set it from endpoint to endpoint. Ta-da-ta! And, well, I know that that measurement right there is my segment. It could have been 6 inches, 6 feet, 6 miles, I don't care. If I take that and I take it down to my endpoint and I go right there, oh man, look at that. Hey, now if this was segment A to B, so I would call that segment AB. Good. Now I can't call this segment AB anymore because I already have an AB. But I don't invent a letter like C and D because that's just not good. Because this came from that, right? So if this came from this, but I need to show you that this point came from the A. So I call it A prime. I put like a little apostrophe above it. So the A prime comes from what? Aha, the A. So what do you think I'm going to call this point right here? Where did it come from? The B. So it's going to be called B prime. What if I need a segment that is twice as long as segment AB? Well, twice as long denotes how much long? 2, right? So I got A to B, so I go A to B prime, and then I go B prime to there. Bam! Now what happens is this segment right here, from A prime to this, is twice as long as this. Now I am actually going to label that as B double prime, because where did that come from? B prime. So where did B prime come from? B. There you go. And that is exactly how you copy a segment. Now, the challenging part is how to copy an angle. So what I'm going to do is erase. And I am going to recap. Now, how to copy an angle. Here we go. I've got to get this exact angle right down here. Now, kind of challenging, yeah. Now, the only way I can copy an angle is first, I got to have something to start with. Duh. So the first thing I'm not supposed to turn my back to the camera. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a segment. Now, let me show you some letters right here. So I'm going to call this a C, so that's going to be called a what? That's right, C prime. Now, I don't care about all these letters, but what I can do is I know that this right here, let's call this ray L. So this is, this ray was L, so that makes this L prime, because L prime came from L, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this exact angle. So the way that you do that is you take your compass, and you need some guidelines first of all. So here's your guidelines. So I'm going to open up from there, some random dimension, random, and I'm going to nail it right there, all the way through. Take that same dimension, pick up, put down, pick up, put down, right there to right there. Now I'm going to call that arc, I don't know, because I want to talk about it. I'm going to call that arc, arc D. So what do I call this? D prime. That's right. And do you see that little intersection right there? That little intersection's got to happen way down here somewhere. So I'm going to call that intersection E. And I can call this intersection F. Well, don't I already have an F prime? Ooh, yeah, right there, baby. F prime, right there. Now, what I'm looking for is an E prime. As soon as I have E prime, I'm going to connect it to C prime, and bam! Done. So, how do I do that? Well, here's an E. So, is it going to happen there, or there, or there, or there, or there, or there? Should I guess? No. Why not? Because how do I do that? Well, since I already know F, and I'm looking for how far it is to E prime, why don't I just measure from F to E, and isn't that going to be the same as F prime to E prime? Ah, it's totally close. So now what I do is I label that intersection right there, E prime, and I Pee Wee Herman it. Those of you adults who are watching, you should probably know that Pee Wee Herman would say, connect the dots, la la. And there we go. This angle right here is exactly the same. I could take my protractor, if I had one, and I could measure it and I would know. So here we go. So let's go back over here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we'll call this a G. And I'll call this ray H. So there's a ray H. So what I'm going to do, now that's a ray H, so I'm going to circle it. So what, I don't care where it is. So here we go. Right down there. So this is called what? G prime. That's right. Get a little bit out of the camera. And this is what? H prime. So H prime is that ray right there. So now what I got to do? What's my first move? First move. What did I do a while ago? Did I make F? I did, but I had to make the arc first. Okay, so some generic, does it matter where? No, just some sort of generic arc. Bad compass. Here we go. Bam! Same setting, right there. Whee! All the way over like that. Nice. Now, what I did was I just made that arc. So A, B, C, F, G, H, I, J. So this is arc J. So I made arc J. Here is point K right here. So here is point K. That's right, prime. And I'm glad you caught my mistake there. So now what I'm looking for is L. I'm looking for L prime. Is it here? Anywhere. Hands and arms inside the carpet. Because we're... Okay, so from K to L is right there. So K prime to L prime is right there. So look at that. I got the intersection right there. And there it is, L prime. Am I done? No, because it's not an angle. What have I got to do? Well, I connect G prime to L prime. And, well, my compass kind of messed up. But this angle should look exactly like that one. And that is exactly how you copy a segment and copy an angle. Thanks. Later.